Hello, welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever and wherever you are joining us from. My name is Kiki, and this is Coaching Over Cacao. So I have my cacao here. Feel free to grab coffee, tea, matcha, whatever soothes your heart. I mentioned a caramel collagen powder on my last video, and I had several of you reach out, so I wanted to share that. So I love shopping at Thrive Market. I'll drop my link in the comments, but I've been using this collagen peptide almost 2 years now. My holistic nutritionist, Real Health with Rach, I can tag her as well. Brilliant, love working with her. Major hormone genius, turned me on to this. And you can put it in coffee. I put it in my smoothies, my cacao. So if you're looking for a way to add extra protein and some amazing flavor, highly, highly recommend. So today we are diving into what reality are your beliefs creating, right? So our perceptions and our beliefs shape our reality. And this is building off of last week's video. And I'm following my coach and mentor, James Wedmore's first 100 leads. So this is my idea of being accountability partners and going through the training at a slower pace. I feel like life is always on super speed, and it's like, how much can we get done in the shortest amount of time? And I don't always feel like I absorb what I need to absorb. And I mentioned I've taken his training at least once a year for the past 4 years, sometimes 2 or 3 times, as I create new offers and create new leads. And every time something new jumps out at me. So a few beliefs that I had around my lead magnets. I wasn't giving enough away was one of them. And then I was giving too much away, when in reality, they were the wrong lead magnets. They weren't serving my community in the best way, and they weren't connecting to other offers that I had where I could go deeper with people. So check out last week's video where we went over mistake number 1. And in this video, we're going to share about mistake number 2, the vehicle and domino belief, and mistakes 3 and 4. So this is video 4, 5, and 6. If you haven't registered, no worries. You're not late. You're right on time. Click the link, register. You can binge all 16. They're mini videos. They're between 6 and I think 18 minutes is the longest. And then he also has 3 different live trainings. They've all taken place, so the replays are available to you. Jump in, enjoy. I'd love to hear what you're working on. So mistake number 2 is your freebie doesn't create demand or desire to your offer. So one of the things that I used to do before I met James was I would create the freebie and then rack my brain and try really hard to connect it to my offer. And it always fell off because I was working from what I had created and it didn't always connect. There was a disconnect. It didn't feel aligned. So love to know, has that ever happened to you? Have you created something and put it out there and it just kind of either felt flat, or a ton of people signed up for it, but then it didn't really generate any other leads or excitement to other things that you offered or sold? So that has definitely been me. And it's good to make mistakes. We learn from them, right? And then we start to connect the dots, and then we don't make those mistakes anymore, but we make new ones, and that's how we learn. So make more mistakes, learn faster. It's what I'm trying to fall into this year. Like, it's never going to be perfect. 70% done is better than perfect, because perfectionism keeps us safe, right? That's the ego, that's our comfort zone, and that's preventing us from serving the people we were put here to serve. My beliefs, my reality. So you may or may not agree with that, right? Your beliefs shape your reality. So the vehicle and the domino belief system. So I have had the vehicle all wrong for many things for many years. So I thought I was the vehicle, like I was the thing that was going to create the magic. I thought my program or my class was the vehicle. And I've even thought like my frameworks were the vehicle. James explains it the best, so definitely watch his video. But my vehicle now is more clear and concise. For example, Celtic Reiki is now my vehicle for one of my offers. Celtic Reiki one-on-one sessions, Celtic Healing Circle, and Celtic training. It can lead into one of those 3 things. So it's easier to communicate. And it when I was playing around with it and writing my list of all the vehicles that I could have to create to offers that I have, that one felt really juicy and aligned. So as you go through this, you're going to find one or two where you're like, oh, that makes it, it clicks. Like you almost feel it click, right? Um, and I really liked with the domino belief system, like, why is this vehicle the best, easiest, fastest, whatever you decide to use as your, why your thing is the greatest. You get to play two roles, wear two hats. One is the news reporter. So we get to report on what we've seen, what we've heard, what we've experienced, right? You work with clients, you have experiences of your own as well, right? We're our first client. So we get to report on what we've experienced firsthand, what we've heard from the majority of our clients. We see patterns that other people don't, which is why we're in this role. And the second hat we get to wear is that of lawyer. So this is where you get to make a case or argue for your perspective. So why is your vehicle the best, fastest, quickest, most efficient way to X, right? So you get to report on your findings, make an argument, and deliver it to your audience. So, quick question, which one comes more naturally to you? Do you feel more comfy as the reporter, or do you feel more comfy as the lawyer? Are they the same? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. And then mistakes 3 and 4. I was so excited to learn about these. I've done them. And once I heard them, it also made it easier for me to fix things. So number 3, we create the lead magnet first, right? So mistake number 2 was it doesn't create demand or desire. So it kind of lands flat. It's not connecting with our audience. It's not connecting with our offer. And now we're told like, oh, we don't need to create it first. We can actually create it last, right? Start with your offer, your service. Maybe you just had an idea for an amazing service. Now you get to work backwards. Like, what does my offer do? How does it help my community? And what do they need? Or what can I educate? Or what can I share with them? What case can I make that makes my new thing the best answer for their problem? And we're just really connecting the dots, right? So I did this many, many years. Create the lead magnet, throw it out there, and then try to think, how am I going to connect this to anything that I already do, right? And I was racking my brain. It was like the puzzle piece that didn't fit. It's like it came from a different box. So I learned this, and it radically changed my creation process. And then it helped me serve and reach more people and make a bigger impact, thus growing my business, which is what I want for you. And then mistake number 4, I was doing as well. I was creating the entire lead magnet. So whether it was a mini course or a PDF, whatever it is, right? That's time and energy. And those are your resources that you're putting into creating this beautiful thing to share with your community. And then it was falling flat. So I was creating it before I created any marketing. So I did no testing. This took a huge weight off my shoulders when I heard this, because we want to test our vehicle and domino belief. Platforms, you might have an email list, you know, you want to test it with your ideal client, people that you want and love and are drawn to work with. But you can play. You have permission to play. You have permission to test and experiment and have fun. So you have the idea. Maybe you wrote out a couple names. Like I have 3 or 4 vehicle domino belief statements, and now I can test them. I'm in different groups. Some I run, some others run. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I've got an email list. So there are a variety of places that I can test my marketing to see the engagement, to see the reach. Like, what are people raising their hand and saying, ooh, that's interesting. I want to know more. And then when you look at the data, I love data, then it can help narrow things down. And then you have your marketing information for the next step. And we will go into that next week. So test, 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 have fun. Really don't be serious. It's hard, right? Because business can feel serious, can feel very masculine, very 3D, but it can be fun. And I believe that I'm meant to have fun in my business. I'm meant to have fun with my clients. And that's the energy that I want to bring into my reality and create more of for my people. So, what do you want in your business? How do you want it to feel to you? How do you want it to feel to clients that you're attracting? So, how can we get people excited about something if we aren't the most excited about it, right? So, I love my business. I love my offerings. And the ones that I don't offer anymore. And I work on new things and new packages and new ways to serve because we're always growing and evolving. So is our business, right? We're connected, we're personal brands. So next week, we're going to dive into the hook, the headline, and the title of your lead magnet. So take this next week to test. And again, feel free to binge ahead, watch all the videos, the trainings, create your lead magnet. Don't wait on me. I just like doing these live once a week with you as a check in, sharing my perspective and what I've done and the mistakes I've made. We've all done that, right? It's learning and growing and an expansion process. So, again, I'll drop the link so you can register if you haven't already. And then, super excited tomorrow, James is releasing his first episode of a secret podcast. It is called The Sorcerer's CEO Beyond the Podcast. So I will share the link, grab that. It will only be allowed limited time. It'll be the next 10 days. And if you like spirituality, laws of the universe, laws of attraction, how to apply that to yourself and thus your business, this is going to be super exciting. So until next time, embrace your